Hello, it's 11:12 p.m. It's still Sunday, and it's Sunday, but it feels like Monday to me, and it makes me feel like, wow, seems like feel like as if it's Monday night, almost Tuesday morning, but it's actually Sunday night, and but it will be Monday morning by the time this video uploads. Um, the biological mom Frances, her birthday, posthumous birthday is tomorrow the 11th. So uh she would have been 73 if my math is correct. Yeah. So um ah my arm had a little Charlie horse in my arm. But so you know what? I'm wondering if that red truck must be new here. If it must be new here. But that caught me off. I mean, because I think I saw, you know, a blue paper. So, but I mean, I get my mistakes and my misunderstandings sometimes and my false alarms. But, and they're vibrating my left foot right now. Just started to vibrate my left foot. So, even whether that person stays here or not, I mean, you make sure you're in my building and you park your truck right by my window, and like when they have other parking spaces down there, but you choose to come by me and then bright your lights into my room, you know and then you haven't been here, so that's what made me think, oh, there's another perp that's just don't stay here, because it's the typical red, white, or gray, or silver, or whatever vehicle. But I think what day was that? Probably Thursday, when I was out and about, and I saw, like, for the first, like, I don't get it that much, but I saw like a clan of black vehicles, but mainly I get a whole bunch of reds, or a whole bunch of red and white, or a whole bunch of whites, and sometimes a whole bunch of gray, or a whole bunch of mixture of gray and silver, or a whole bunch of silver. But every once in a big blue moon, I would get, you know, a clan of black vehicles all together. So, I mean, sometimes I do talk too soon, or jump to conclusion too fast, or maybe speak too soon. But I don't know why some targeted individuals think that we want to falsely accuse, like if they think we want to intentionally falsely accuse somebody of being a perp. I never would want to intentionally falsely accuse somebody of being a perp. I just wanted to make that clear. And I'm sometimes, I'm pretty sure we've all had our false alarm moments and feel like a dummy. But so I guess my apology. But the thing is, whether you stay here or not, you're here to perp. Whether you reside here or not. So because that Kia Sorrento, the older model Kia Sorrento, at first they weren't staying here, and then just come just to bright their lights into my building and then pull off. And they did that for like over what, no, let's see, because they didn't start doing it at first. It was like after maybe a week or two after me being here, and then doing it like almost every day. And then after a while, they legitimately got a place to stay here for like about a week, and I haven't seen them for the past about 4 days. So I mean, I hardly come out. I mean, I hardly leave out, but be looking out the window and I be observant. Even when I had my own place, I would be observant and looking around and stuff like that. So for quite a while, the it seemed like as if well, the people up front make it like as if the people in this building have alarm problems, or like as if it's not intentional. Well, how is it not intentional if the moment I grab and eat, and it never fail, the moment I grab my phone, or the moment if I do get to grab my phone, the moment I try to press record, that's when they stop. Well, sometimes I'd be lucky if I can catch them. But at the beginning of this video, I heard the loud beep for a long time. And even before I got on this video, I mean, I showed y'all a sample earlier of the beep again. So within the past couple of minutes, I have not heard the beep. So that's how you know it's intentional and they playing games, because they didn't do it earlier. But you know what? I'm going to still tell the front office anyway. So, how could, that's how I know they're doing it on purpose. Because how could, it's like as if they were helpless against just letting the beat go on, like as if the battery's messed up. And now all of a sudden, after a few minutes of me filming this video, now all of a sudden the beep stopped. And that happened last night too. So they're doing this with synchronicity, I think that's the word. And they're doing it strategically. And they're vibrating my left foot, and they're vibrating my left foot way heavier than the right foot. So I'm feeling anxiety and feeling nervousness. I'm supposed to be back on the streets by the 21st. So, but I'm feeling very nervous and don't want to go anywhere. And I'm very much about to run out of my magnesium supplement. But I might have one in my storage unit. I don't know if I might have one left in my storage unit, or I have to go and buy me some more of the magnesium supplement. But because I know I've read that you can't, it's not good to take Epsom salt bath every day or even every other day. They recommend like once or twice a week to take an Epsom salt bath. So, but since it's 11:21 right now, I'm my goal is to make it tucked underneath the bed, before 12:00. Trying to get to go to bed earlier. I don't know if I get to fall asleep earlier, but it would be nice if I could. But definitely going to bed earlier. And earlier than I had been going to bed. So I have been feeling I usually have anxiety and hatred of taking the dirty buses anyway. And I cannot do that. Take ride share or a cab or something everywhere I go. And that would cost me like $30 round trip, or I'd have to wear myself out and have my heart having so much pressure on me if I take a 4 hour walk to and from the storage unit. And then be perked and harassed even more, and then the high chance if it might rain or something like that. But after I didn't even know, because the bus drivers, nobody told me for 3 buses, and then the fourth bus, the same bus. I mean, from my and sometimes we targeted individuals will act upon react upon past experiences with a person. Like, I know you perked me before, so I don't trust you now. So when that bus driver, telling me I have to have a mask, the fourth bus driver, and I thought she was just picking on me because, one, she perked me before. Two, oh, I rode 3 buses, and then the fourth bus they say you had to have a mask, and I didn't even see any flyers or anything on the other buses, and I haven't rode the buses in a while, so I didn't even know that December 21st they made a new rule that everybody must wear a mask now, following the CDC rule, fake CDC rules, and then they by January 25th we're gonna have to go back to paying for being forced to pay for our bus rides. So um I mean, I try as best as I can to avoid places. I mean, period. Even before this COVID-19 thing, I when I had my own place, I would stay inside most of the time. And hard, I mean, even 2 weeks, as much as 2 weeks at a time, never leave the house. So, but I mean, the idea that I have to have transportation to go somewhere and can't have a car. But my question is, how come other professed targeted individuals can have a car, but I can't? How come they can, be targeted but live in a nice house, but I can't? You know, or they can have a roof over their head and a job, but I can't. So, I mean, nobody's gonna say that. I mean, I thought about for the past few days, and even more like for a long time. But it's been egging at me for the past few days for me to do a specific video, and I did do a couple of videos in the past about my frustration about being, you know, not being allowed to drive. But I have a whole license, and my license is not suspended. But people who don't have that authority, like, the mentally slow, crazy, the biological family, the fake foster family, narcissistic control freak, fake friends, and other narcissistic abusers who don't have the authority, or random strangers on the internet act like they have the authority to restrict me from driving. And if I wanted to go to the beach and I have to take the bus, mask or no mask, the bus drivers will set up scenarios on purpose to set me up to you know come. They refuse to tell me what the schedule is, and they don't even have accurate or updated information online. And they will leave me stranded at the beach on purpose to act like as if they want to try to drive me to hate the beach when I love it. But I mean, I wish I was mentally functioning like normal, but I know that the perps and narcissistic abusers are gonna call it my fault, but it is not my fault that I'm not mentally functional and normal. But I know I'm not mentally ill because this is man-made and human induced and Satan induced, if any kind of appearance of what man calls mental illness. So I no longer identify with being called or allow. I will no longer for the rest of my life um agree to myself being called mentally ill. after I found out the truth. And so yeah, I mean, I'm just like, well, if I need to take, and it's too cold, it's been too cold, fluctuating between the 30s and 40s. So I'm feeling anxiety about having to take the bus. If I mean, I don't have to this week at all, but I'm not didn't yet run out of my supplement, but coming very close to it. So, and I'm feeling like, anxiety about that. And then feeling anxiety about the fact that, my money is, you know, I'm feeling scared of, running out of my money and stuff like that. Just naturally, because I haven't even been spending my money on anything, can't. I mean, I don't have any money to spend anything luxury or extra. Just basically just bare necessities of living, just basic. Um, so, I'm feeling anxiety about if I have to take the bus and go get my supplement. Oh, I think I'm back to hearing the stupid alarm again. Like it stopped for a while and then went back to, yeah. So I actually learned something new today. A better clarification of, the fake TI perps. Yeah, they back. That alarm is back. Is back. It stopped for a while and they're back. And other people would think the sound is just annoying, but to me, it actually excruciating hurt to my ears. Noise, loud noise, and bright lights hurt my eyes. Not just annoying. So, um, they say it's against the rules to tamper with the alarms, but I guess the perps are above the law. I thought it was just only police, celebrities, and military, and politicians or the elite were above the law. But I didn't realize that your average day to day gang stalkers are above the law. But it's like the rules and laws are only forced on us real targeted individuals. So I realized that basically the fake TI perps, I have a better understanding after reading that exposed gang stalking Google sites website, that basically the website was trying to say that the I guess the fake TI perps are they're basically both targeted and both, well, that website, I think, from what I was able to comprehend, it seemed like as if they were playing the role of, basically being truly targeted, but also perping people at the same time. And that website even said that the damage that the fake TI perps, I'm gonna still call them fake TI perps, that the fake TI perps, the damage that they do is worse than the regular perps. It's more traumatic and stuff like that. So and then they act like COINTELPRO, that they over exaggerate our targeting true targeting symptoms on purpose and try to make us real targeted people look really crazy, but then they reverse it on us and say that we're fake and that we're the ones making everybody look really crazy. But they say that if you get like a sudden good job or have this good or that, or got a new car or something like that, a lot of the time, that's how you know somebody took a deal and flipped and sold out. But I even look back at the Sergeant Stalker guy who claims to be Alex's cousin, and Alex himself, them trying to talk about working out a deal with me, and I turned it down, and I'm still suffering and still being targeted. So it's like they say that the fake TI perps are basically the tares among the real wheat, which is, the uncorrupted targeted and the real TI. Um, so I know that I'm the real TI, and, you know, they falsely accused me of made false rumors and said that I'm a fake TI perp because that's what they were trying to get me to do, or that's what they wanted me to do. Or like this one, so-called targeted person said that, they falsely accused her of being a scammer when she wasn't a scammer. And then she said that basically that was what they were trying to get her to do, to be like a drug runner and scammer, or drug trafficker or whatever. And I'm like, but you look you seem too innocent to even, being associated with that, especially having a going to grad school and stuff like that. But I guess criminals come from all walks of life. And, that same girl had told me when I said, well, I'm 37 years old, I thought I was too old for somebody to try to approach me to sell my soul to the devil, or me to be a entertainment industry sex slave or whatever, the deal that they would want to try to offer me. So she's like, well, there's a market for everything. I'm like, whoa, wow, I didn't know that much about that. So yeah, that deal. Now tell me, does that seem like a trashy, shitty deal? Would you take this deal? I wouldn't take it. A deal for me to be have my like Alex and his so-called fake cousin wanted me to go to my hometown, New Orleans. That they had a big house, and I don't remember how many acres it said, but for me to have a big house in New Orleans, and for me to sexually service high celebrities and musicians and entertainers, for me to sexually service them for 6 months and be a lady of the night, and that like, and then they make it like that's this deal that they wanted to offer me, for me to be like, now remember I told you about the false rumors about me being a prostitute and a pedophile and a crazy person and all that. So you do all this and you watching me and got me under surveillance because you want me. Cause I mean, you think this is just a government thing, but it's, you have to remember Ephesians chapter 6. So in all like Ephesians chapters 5 and 6. So they wanted me to be a lady of the night, or a prostitute, and they wanted me to be like a prostitute and a perp, and try to make it like if I just take this deal to do this for 6 months, then I'll be done with homelessness for good and permanently. And I turned that deal down. I don't like to degrade myself. I don't want a whole bunch of penises inside of my coochie, strange penises inside of my coochie. um I don't want to be doing those rituals. I mean, no, I don't do that. I mean, trying to tell me that you trying to suggest that I sexually service people such as Howard Stern and Adam Sandler. I give zero fucks about Howard Stern or and Adam Sandler. So yeah, and I heard about the tranny thing. I'm not doing that perversion. Y'all gonna have to kill me. Y'all gonna have to kill me because I'm not giving in.